So, hello everyone again. This is lecture 3 part 2 of communication systems. I am Sameer Lavankar. So, let us begin our discussion. So, in the last lecture, just little bit course on, today I will go a little fast. So, in lesson 1 is done, lesson 2 is done, lesson 3 is done, lesson 4 is done, lesson 5 is done. In lesson number 6, today we were talking about, in the last lecture we were talking about sky waves. Ground wave is completed. A little more discussion is required regarding sky waves. Let us begin our discussion. So, when I was talking in the last lecture, I already completed these 3 points. Let me iterate the 4th point again, so as this is more clear to you. So, what is happening here is, so D, E, F1, F2. Just to iterate to you what this D, E, F1, F2 is, you can already see in this table, this is part of D, E, F1, F2. So, first is stratosphere, the next is again a part of stratosphere known as E, denoted by E, then it is mesosphere and then it is thermosphere. This is the portion of 65 and it is varying till 400 kilometers. So, just for our reference part, we will not go into much detail. Let us say this is the earth surface, see it is written here, this is the earth surface. Let us suppose that this is 65 kilometers here, approximately. I will use the sign of approximation. Let us say this is 65 kilometers and this is approximately 400 kilometers. So, what is happening here is, you can look over, there are 3 waves being transmitted using this antenna. What is happening is, as you can already see, there is a wave which pass beyond the ionospheric range. There is again a wave which is having a slightly, I guess, less frequency than the first wave. Let me denote this wave as number 1, let me denote this wave as number 2, let me denote this wave as number 3. So, from my perception, I think that the wave number 2 has a frequency, let me denote the frequencies like this, has a less frequency than wave number 1, and if I am not wrong, then wave frequency number 3 has a less frequency than frequency number 2 and 1. So, what is happening is, let us suppose that the frequency range as it is already written that the ionospheric range. So, when calibrations were done, when experiments were being performed, it was found that the ionospheric layer, this is the ionospheric layer, the ionospheric layer acts as a reflector for a certain range of frequencies. What were the frequency ranges found? It was 3 to 30 megahertz. That means below 30 megahertz and above 30 megahertz, it cannot be act as a reflector. If the frequency range is, let us say, not frequency range, if the frequency of the electromagnetic wave used for transmission is, let us say, 15 megahertz, then at some point, at some duration in that ionospheric range, ionospheric layer, it will get reflected. What will be the phenomena used for reflection? It will be total internal reflection, it will be analogous to total internal reflection. So, electromagnetic waves of frequencies higher than 30 megahertz penetrate the ionosphere and escape. So, maybe for example, we can suppose that this frequency number 1 is having a frequency of 50 megahertz, this frequency number 2 may be of 40 megahertz, and for just for example, this frequency number 3 may be of 15 megahertz. So, what was happening is, electromagnetic waves of frequencies higher than 30 megahertz penetrate the ionosphere. So, see, as you can see, penetration as in bypassing it. If you penetrate, so let us say this is my hand, then this gets penetrated. This is known as penetration. If it goes bypass the area, it is known as penetration. So, electromagnetic waves of frequencies higher than 30 megahertz penetrate the ionosphere and escape. So, as you can already see, this 40 megahertz and 50 megahertz are escaping the ionosphere. The phenomena of bending of EM wave. So, as you can see, this third wave is bending. So, the phenomena of bending of EM waves, so that they are diverted towards the earth. As you can see, it is diverted towards the earth, is similar to total internal reflection in optics. So, in the optics chapter, you may have learned the concept of total internal reflection. I will not go into specifications of that. So, this concept or this conceptualization is similar to total internal reflection in optics. So, this was the final conclusion part. Again, I explained to you in detail using one of the examples also. Maybe F1 is greater than F2, and it is for sure that F3 is smaller than F1 and F2, but the a frequency of f3 is such that it is not below 3 megahertz, it is in the range of 3 and 30 megahertz only. Let us move on to space wave. So, what is space wave? As the name suggests, if the medium to conceptualize or to reflect the wave from point A to point B using medium as space, it is known as space wave. How space wave used? Can we use space wave as a reflector or not? We will get to know in this concept, or we will get to know in this slide. So, let us move on to space wave now. So, another mode of radio wave propagation is by space waves. So, maybe higher frequency space waves greater than 30 megahertz which get penetrated by ionospheric range can be propagated using space waves. So, a space wave travels in a straight line from transmitting antenna to the receiving antenna. Straight line as in, if this is point A, if this is point B, let us suppose this is the antenna and let us suppose this is the antenna, then if any passage is being done, I am not here talking about space wave, I am here talking only by the line. What does it mean by travelling in a straight line from transmitting to receiving antenna? So, let us suppose this is transmitting antenna, I am denoting transmitting antenna by TA, and this is the receiving antenna, I am denoting receiving antenna by RA. So, if let us suppose this is a straight line, I made a small curve here. So, if the passage from this antenna to this antenna is in a straight line, then that is called as passage. So, a space wave travels in a straight line from transmitting antenna to the receiving antenna. Space waves are used for line of sight communication as well as satellite communication. So, what is line of sight communication and what is satellite communication, I will convey to you slightly. So, if you see this figure here below, then line of sight is the maximum distance which your eye can see from point A to point B. So, if the antennas are such height that from the tip of that antenna the another tip of antenna is visible, then that is known as line of sight. So, line of sight for this tip of antenna is this point. So, line of sight is again a straight line portion, and hence space wave can be used for line of sight communication. What is satellite communication? As the name suggests, if a satellite is being used for communication, how can a satellite be used? Let us say I propagate a wave into the space where a satellite is existing. The satellite takes it, or satellite acts as a receiver, and then it again acts as a transmitter. So, what happens is the satellite can be used as a transmitter and a receiver. Let us suppose a simple, let me explain it again more differently. Then what happens is, let us say there is a satellite at point this, there is a source, there is a receiver. So, what happens is from a source an electromagnetic wave passes through the satellite. At satellite, the satellite consists of a transmitter and a receiver again. It receives the satellite, it receives the waves. If there is an amplification required because of attenuation in the passage, what it does is it amplifies. After amplification, it again transmits. It transmits to the receiver here on the earth. So, using a satellite, communication has happened, and this is completely what is known as satellite communication. Next point, at frequencies above 40 megahertz, communication is essentially limited to line of sight paths. So, 40 megahertz, as the name suggests, so space wave is existing for frequencies higher than 30 megahertz. Ionosphere can reflect the waves between ranging from 3 megahertz to 30 megahertz. So, above 30 megahertz, people need a way of propagating, way of communicating, and hence skywave comes into action. So, at frequencies above 40 megahertz, communication is essentially limited to line of sight paths. Is limited to line of sight paths. What are line of sight paths? This is a typical example of line of sight paths. At these frequencies, the antennas are relatively smaller and can be placed at heights of many wavelengths above the ground. I will iterate this again. At these frequencies, what are these frequencies? So, around 40 megahertz frequencies, around 40 megahertz frequencies, the antennas are relatively smaller. Relatively smaller as in the height of the antenna is being compared to the amplitude of the frequency, and can be placed at heights of many wavelengths above the ground. So, it can be placed like this. This is only the conceptual here. Moving on to the next line. Because of line of sight nature of propagation, direct wave gets blocked at some point by the curvature of the earth, as illustrated in this figure. So, let us say this is being a little more tilted here. So, at this point, if the line of sight has to happen, then it will get blocked by this portion of the earth. So, this is the concept only being told in the first line here, that because of line of sight nature of propagation, direct waves gets blocked at some point by the curvature of the earth, as illustrated in the figure below. If the signal is to be received beyond the horizon, so horizon is the point, this point is here denoted as horizon. If the signal, so the horizon is the maximum distance your eye can see. If the signal is to be received beyond the horizon, then the receiving antenna must be high enough to intercept the line of sight wave. So, this antenna also should be high enough, so that the passage should be can be in a straight line, and hence line of sight communication is possible. So, this was the concluding point. How it is being done, we will understand it in the next slide. So, please look here carefully, very beautiful concept, please look here carefully. So, if the transmitting antenna is at a height ht, let us say the height of this transmitting antenna is used for transmission, receiving antenna is used for receiving. So, if the transmitting antenna is at a height ht, then we can show that the distance to the horizon dt is given as. So, as I already told you, this is the point of this is the point of horizon. So, distance from this portion to this portion is denoted by dt, and after some calculations, I will not show the calculations here, it is not required, but the after the then we can show that the distance to the horizon dt is given as dt is equal to under root 2 multiplied by r multiplied by ht. What is ht here? Ht is this. So, now we got the dt value, that dt is under root of 2 r ht, where r is the radius of the earth, which we can take approximately as 6400 kilometers. dt is also called as radio horizon for the transmitting antenna. So, this is just a line. Let us say if I ask you, if the question is being asked ki determine the radio horizon of the transmitting antenna, please make sure that you need to calculate dt in your exams. So, dt is also called the radio horizon of the transmitting antenna. The maximum line of sight distance dm between the two antennas having heights ht and hr above the earth is given by. So, if this is the complete distance being asked, so similar to the calculation of dt, for height hr we can calculate this distance. Let us say I write this distance as dr, then d capital R is equal to under root of 2 multiplied by r multiplied by height. The height here corresponds to height of the receiver antenna, receiving antenna. So, just dm is equal to dt plus dr, and hence dm is equal to under root of 2 r ht plus 2 r hr. So, this was a little formula thing in this concept, in this chapter, nothing else in this chapter moreover on this. So, just please remember this formula, that dm is equal to under root of 2 r ht plus under root of 2 r hr, where hr is the height of the receiving antenna, hr is the height of the receiving antenna. Moving on. So, television broadcast, microwave links and satellite communication are some examples of communication system that uses space wave mode of propagation. So, if the question is being asked about examples of space wave, then what we can say is television broadcast. So, television is going to the satellites and then it gets reflected, and hence television broadcast is an example of space wave propagation. Then microwave links is nothing but the passage or the transmission of microwaves. As there are ultraviolet rays, there are microwaves, there are infrared rays. So, microwave is also a type of frequency emitting signal. And satellite communication are also some examples of space wave method of propagation. So, just a complete recap of all the waves we studied in this part of the topic. The first was ground wave. So, if this is your earth, these are the antennas. So, if the ground is being used, then it is known as ground waves. Any type of communication which is done in a straight line is known as line of sight communication. So, just to iterate that concept again, if this is the antenna and it is the communication is in a straight line, then that is known as a line of sight communication. So, ground wave is being done. Then next was sky wave. So, sky wave is the use of ionospheric location or ionospheric layer for the reflection. What does reflection do? Reflection is analogous to total internal reflection, and hence the communication happens from point A to point B. So, if the ionospheric layer, which ranges from 65 kilometers from the earth's surface to 400 kilometers from the earth's surface, is being used at any point in its complete layer for the total internal reflection to happen, then that mode of propagation is known as sky wave propagation. So, as you can see here, that if let us suppose that this is the ionospheric location or this is the ionosphere, then these are also antennas here. Then if there is a wave propagated, please make sure that the wave propagated should be having a frequency range in between, or has a frequency in between 3 megahertz and 30 megahertz. So, it gets diverted towards the earth surface. So, this was sky waves, but beyond 30 megahertz, if anything goes beyond that, then it penetrates the ionospheric layer, and for penetration, for communication beyond 30 megahertz, let us say at 40 megahertz, line of sight communication or satellite communication is required. For line of sight communication or satellite communication, the medium required, or the waves required, or the propagation required should be space wave propagation. So, as you can see, if this is the line of sight, then using a communication satellite, space waves are being again transmitted back towards the earth, and hence these were ground waves, sky waves and space wave. A little formula was being iterated to you regarding the space wave communication, in which if we need to calculate the complete dm portion of line of sight communication, then that is equal to under root of 2 r ht plus 2 under root of 2 r hr. What is ht? Ht is height of transmitting antenna. What is hr? Height of receiving antenna. What is radius? Radius is the radius of the earth, which we take, which we can take approximately as 6400 kilometers. So, this was the complete concept of space waves and regarding different waves. Let us do one problem regarding this again. So, as to make the concept more clear. So, please look over to the solution. So, a transmitting antenna at the top of a tower has a height of 32 meters. So, if I iterate to you using the diagram, let us say this is the earth, let us say this is the earth surface, this is the transmitting antenna, this is the receiving antenna. And this is line of sight communication. Line of sight communication is a straight line communication. So, now let us look over to the problem. So, a transmitting antenna at the top of a tower has a height of 32 meters. So, this is also being, let us say, to iterate the solution again. So, it is something like ki this is a tower, let us say this is a tower and this is the antenna being talked about. So, a transmitting antenna at the top of a tower has a height of 32 meters. So, this height completely is being told as 32 meters, and the height of the receiving antenna, let us say this is the height of receiving antenna here. So, this height is of 50 meters. What is the maximum distance between them for satisfactory communication is LOS mode. LOS is nothing but line of sight. Given radius of the earth is 6.4 into 10 to the power 6 meters. So, it is nothing but calculation of 6400 kilometers into meters. So, what to tell you more? So, maximum distance is nothing but the distance from this portion to this portion. Let me write this as dm, which is equal to dt plus dr. We already know the formula. In the last concept only we studied that dt is nothing but under root of 2 multiplied by r multiplied by ht plus under root of 2 multiplied by r multiplied by hr. We know the value of r as 6400 kilometers. So, now just iterating everything. So, dm is equal to 2 r ht plus 2 r hr. This hr should be in subscript like this. then just iterating the values here. So, this is the value of r, this is again the value of r, 2 is already given, ht was given to you as 32 meters and hr was given to you as 50 meters. So, when after simple mathematical calculations we found that the maximum distance or maximum distance which the antennas, this transmitting antenna and this receiving antenna can achieve is 45.5 kilometers. So, for this lecture I will stop it here only. So, our space wave propagation is completed. In the next lecture we will start with what is modulation and its necessity. So, for this lecture, thank you.